G'day guys, Jeff here, and as promised I said I'd bring this forward from when I was going to release it. It's firing range again, but this is against a good team, and a team that also does what we do sometimes in not being aggressive and taking the flags. Well, so I thought. They just all happen to push around to the firing range, which perfectly sets up our Charlie Bravo cap. So these guys were a good team. We played them previously in this, and here's Ryan swimming. If you don't know how to do that, all you do is grab a ballistic knife and use the double Y when you're on the ground. It looks like you're swimming. You can push forward a little bit, and I think it would be hilarious, as per what Cookie Monster suggested, if you want to have a bit of a challenge on, say, Villa, let the enemy team cap 2 flags, even come around Alpha, and put your entire team with ballistic knives swimming in the pool, and that might be make for a funny theatre. Anyway, so similar tactic to what I'd like to do, what I did in the previous match, and that is stay around Alpha, keep the spawn down the firing range, and really protect Bravo. Now, for this particular match, I said I was on Bravo duty, so ideally I want to be able to protect Bravo, and I could do that from this area here while picking up a few kills, keeping them into a favourable spawn for our team that is at the Charlie side, and yeah, so I also wanted to point out that when you roll with a crew, it's good to change up what roles you play. You know, whether you're going to rush, whether you're going to, I try to lure him into the building here, and he manages to follow me. So that was using an advantage. You know, he had an advantage on me by perhaps he had an advantage on me by aiming down the sides, waiting for me to pop my head back out. And I managed to lure him forward because he saw me running away. If I had a do-over here, I would have taken out the guys behind me first. Even though there was 2 of them, I may not have even got 1 kill. But looking at the replay, I saw a glimpse of someone behind me, and I ended up turning around to get the guy in the firing range. And that was just an unlucky spawn for me here. So like I said, changing roles is very interesting, capture the flag, have a go at runner, defender, midfielder with domination, just put yourself at Bravo. Was that an enemy guy I ran past? No. Put yourself at Bravo and just, try to hold up as long as possible, see what you can get. I recommend submachine guns for holding up Bravo on most maps if you're going to stay as close as what I am here. But with firing range, you have so many options. I mean, you can protect people coming up the spawn, you can be at Bravo itself, you can be in this building up here, which I use to my advantage quite well. And it gives you enough, even though you can really easily shoot through that material, it gives you enough cover that you can run out of the way, or even Superman dive out of the way if you have problems. So the reason I popped back and then jumped out is because I'm waiting for them to go through most of their ammunition before I jump out, because when people don't have something to shoot at, they generally reload. So like, he was firing at me, he knew I was in that building, and then he was like, oh, we'll use this as an opportunity to reload, and when he sticks his head out, he's dead. The thing is, by the time he's in the middle of reloading, or I stick my head out, I'm already jumping out and turning around to cover Bravo again. So here's another spot for Bravo. I'm sure you're all aware of it, but generally if I'm on Bravo duty, I move from the Charlie area, the warehouse at Bravo, this trailer here, which is why I want to claim all myself up so I can protect Bravo a little bit. And then even from the Alpha side, which you saw in my previous video, I really like doing that. It's very easy to die when you're at the door, so that was my mistake. I probably shouldn't have done that, but that's what happens sometimes. You need to, you don't want to always try exactly the same thing when you're playing these games. Like, sometimes I'll put myself in what you would normally consider a really bad situation, and sure, you might die a lot, but it also allows you to learn a few more tactics for the next time you get caught in that area. Like these sandbags, being full protection from fire generally, so it's quite good. You really only have a vulnerability at the lower firing range there, which you saw I got shot from. So if you know on your minimap that one of your teammates are there and they're talking to you, you can really post yourself up there and protect Bravo as well. You can pop out as needed. If any of the frags come, the sandbags completely contain the explosive radius, unless they land on top of it or just over it, of course. And it works out well for everyone. So I've got taken out a few times. I believe I end up dying around 10 times in this game, and we'll go through the kills later. Just working on gun skills, I am running Spy Plane Napalm, and I don't know what my next one was, if I am running a 3rd kill streak. We'll see, because I don't know why he didn't shoot me straight away. because this was just after the match, I believe, where, well, actually, this might be in a match or two after when we were just doing spy plane only or counter spy plane only. So I didn't pay attention to what kill streaks are running when I started this match. With Bravo, where I am right now, by the way, is a perfect Semtex spot for Bravo, or if you can cook a frag if you have long enough to cook a frag, it's a perfect frag cook spot, and it lands right on top of Bravo, or even on the wall of the warehouse, and generally has a huge, a large enough explosive radius that you take out the team that's capping Bravo. So you might want to give that a go at some point. Where I am right now, if you do a jumping throw to Bravo, a Semtex just reaches it. For those who don't do jumping throws, basically you prep a grenade, and while you're cooking it, or while you're running with a Semtex, you press jump and then let go of your bumper, and you can end up getting. I might show it on a private match and a theater mode, but you end up getting about another 1 to 2 meters, 2.5 meters, or maybe 1 to 2.5, 3 yards. And it actually can work really well in some situations, like the initial spawn on Nirvana. You can actually get a frag into the cars to blow them up very easily by jumping from behind walls and whatnot. So you may want to give that a go, or have a think about where that could work well. So we lost Bravo here. It's fairly easy to take it back. I don't know how our teammate missed that, but going prone on Bravo certainly helps. And generally the call-outs that we make is like I'm taking after left window, I'm looking at right window, and I'll gladly take a death to capture a flag again. No problem with that. Definitely didn't want them taking alpha here though, because that would have really affected us. But yeah, so I'll say I'm looking at left window, I'm looking at the door, I'm looking at the alleyway, or whatever I need to do, so that you don't have 2 or 3 people on Bravo all looking at the same door, because that's just ridiculous. One person's generally enough, and sure, a well-placed Semtex or frag will take all of you out, but 3 people on a flag is such a quick capture that there's really no reason why you don't want a 3-man capture. One thing I want to point out though as well is that even running with Hupper teams, I've found that occasionally when there's a scramble to grab a flag, like B on jungle when the opposition have Charlie, so they have a very favourable spawn to grab Bravo, or even here when you have a Charlie spawn and you're trying to grab Bravo again. No, sorry, you have an Alpha spawn and you're trying to grab Bravo again when the opposition have Charlie and Bravo. It sometimes is very difficult. What I don't like to see is one person trying to cap Bravo when there's heavy fire around, because that just gives another kill to the opposition fairly easily, and you're not closer to capping that flag. You really need to coordinate with your team to say, Bravo push. You need to coordinate. You need to spread out on Bravo, so if a frag does come down, and if you're finding it difficult, switch into those flak jacket classes. I mean, I switch into a flak jacket class occasionally, and then I'll grab Bravo with someone and then flick back to whatever class I want to use for this particular match. But with classes in general, I also find that I use the classes that to rank up. So I'll work on random perks and just try to get the pro versions of them, or even working on challenges is something I've been doing lately. With the napalm here, you'll see where I placed it, but I basically wanted to choke out. You can see my napalm. Whoa, it's missing. Oh, here it comes. I basically wanted to choke out their approach to Bravo, and by doing so, it just gives you more time as well. It choked them out to Charlie, it chokes them out to Bravo. It'd be really nice if Theatre did show where you place kill streaks, so hopefully that comes out in the next one. So guys, that's the end of the match. That was actually against a good team, even though the score does not dictate that, and I went 30-10. Anyway guys, until next time, see ya.